In this video, I'm going to show you how to highlight the selected navigation button in WinCC step by step. I had a question today on the channel regarding the navigation buttons in WinCC step by step. When we click a navigation button and it shows a screen, can we change the color of just the button that was pressed and then all others are black? So for instance, when I click the detail screen, detail should turn a different color, and then when I choose a different one, detail should go back to black and the new button should be our highlight color. There are several ways that you can do this, but here's the way that I chose to solve this problem. First, let's go back to Graphics Designer and take a look at how this whole thing works. So we have these navigation buttons, and they are named button 1, button 2, not really sequentially, but they all start with button. And then we have a picture window, and its name is Pick Main Window. The property of this picture window that is in charge of showing a screen is called picture name. So if you put a picture name into this property, it will show that picture. Looking at our navigation buttons, we are using a direct connect to just put the name of the screen we want to show into our picture window, which is Pick Main Window, into the picture name property, and it will automatically just show that picture. So all of these buttons are done like that. Now going back to runtime, if you look at this text box, every time we navigate, this text box will show the name of the picture that was navigated to. So every time we press a nav button, this is going to change. And the way that that works is on the picture window, on the Events tab, we are using a picture name change event and also a direct connect. And basically, whenever the picture changes, it's taking the new value name of that picture and it's putting it into that static text, which is named static text 1, into the text property. So it's just taking the name of the picture and sticking it right into the text property of this static text box. So we can use this change event, the text change event, on this static text 1 to figure out which button should be lit up and which button should not. First, to make this easier on ourselves, we are going to rename these sequentially. So what I'm going to do is I will go to the very first button and I am just going to call this nav button 1. And I'm going to copy that. And then I am just going to go through and rename these. And this is just a way to make it easier to write this script because they are not sequential. So that would be 3. This would be 4. This would be 5. This will be 6. And finally, this will be 7. Now, if you were to add new nav buttons, of course, you would want to update the naming convention. Next, what we want to do is go down to our text box and we're going to use a change event. So in WinCC, anytime a property changes, it generates an event and you can put a direct connect or a script on it. So under font, we have text and I can put a VBS action directly on this change event. So what I'll do is I'll just write a comment here. What we want to do is when this script is triggered, meaning when the text box text changes, we want to loop through our navigation buttons. And if we find the one that is selected, we want to change it a different color, say blue. And if it is not selected, we're going to set it back to black. Well, how do we know which button was selected? I'm going to right click and do object list here, and there's an active screen item. And what the active screen item is simply the last object that was clicked by the user. And so any object on this page could be the active screen item. We are only concerned with the nav buttons, but only the nav buttons are going to cause this text to change, so we're doing okay. What we can do is create a counter because we have nav buttons 1 through 7, and I'm just going to create a counter called I, and then I'll go to my code templates and we're going to do a for loop. So I'll just double click, and so my counter is I, so I'll put I in here, and we want to send I starting at 1 and ending at 7, and then I'll just put a comment here, check all buttons. We just want to compare the active item with the nav button. So we'll just say if active screen item dot object name. This gives us the object name of whichever object was selected, and we'll just say equals, and we named our buttons nav btn underscore and then a number. So I can build the name of our buttons using this. So I gets converted to a string, so it's nav button 1, nav button 2, all the way to 7. So if the current button that was selected meets this condition, it's the same name as the active screen item, then we'll have to put then, and we'll just right click again and go to Object List, Screen Items, which is a list of all of the items on the page, and we want this particular item. So it's going to find whichever button was selected. The name of the property we want is back color. We'll just use VB blue, which is a defined color. Now you could use RGB colors here. You could use HTML or named colors, whatever you want. So if we did find which button was selected, we're going to do blue, and then we'll put an else statement, meaning it was not the one selected. Then we need to reset these back to black. So we will make this VB black, and then the next will go to our next counter. And I like to indent these just so it's a little bit easier to read. And I'll get this space out of here. I have to do an end if. And then I can right click and do syntax check. Now it looks like everything's okay. I'll click OK, save, and we'll go to runtime. So now I'll click this button. This text ends up changing. It looks at button 1, it wasn't that, changes that to black, it was already black. It found button 2, and so it changed it to blue, and then the rest were reset to black. Same thing here, I click alarm, I click trends, and it is going to highlight whichever button we selected. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, consider subscribing or becoming a member of this channel. I'll see you next time.